So in this chapter and section, we're going to learn about stem and leaf plots. So we're going to look at a problem in particular that we've done in class, and we're going to recreate it here in the video. So in problem 19 on page 75 of the textbook, the following problem is shown. Air pollution. The following table represents the amount of particulate emissions for 39 vehicles. Note I've modified the data. It was for 65 and I brought it down to 39. And I just randomly selected some of the data pieces out of that to demonstrate a stem and leaf plot. So one of the questions was construct a stem and leaf plot in which each stem appears twice, once for leaves 0 through 4 and again for 5 through 9. So the first step in a stem and leaf plot, of course, is to draw a line. My line isn't very good. And then the next step is to put the numbers down for the stem part. So I'm going to do that. We'll put 0 minus, 0 plus, 1 minus, 1 plus, 2 minus, 2 plus, 3 minus, 3 plus, 4 minus, 4 plus, 5 minus, 5 plus, and I'm just going to put 6 here at the bottom since there's not very many of those. So the stem is related to the stem, the first digit of the numbers that are in the table above. And we broke it up into two stems. Basically, if the leaf has something between 0 and 4 as the leaf, it'll be in the minus. And if it's between 5 and 9, it'll be in the plus. So when we do this, we will see the following example. Point 3 here. Let me make sure I've got that right. I'm not sure why my stylus isn't working. There we go. We have a 0.9, a 0.6, a 0.6, a 0.5, we'll do the next row. This is going to be a little harder for me to do. 0.1, 0.3, 0.1, 0.1, 0.3, 0.4, 0.4, 0.2, 0.0. And now we're kind of on this line. I know it's kind of hard to see. 0.5, 0.8, 0.6, 0.6, 0.9. And then for 2 it's 0.2, 0.1. And for 2 plus, 0.5, 0.5, 0.7, 0.6, 0.7. It's hard to write on this. In row the 3's is 0.0, 0.4, 0.1, 0.3, and for the pluses is 0.35, 3.7 is 0.7, 0.6, 0.0, 0.2 for 4 4.5 is 0.6, for 5 is 0.9, and then finally we'll just make this as a plus, is 0.6 and 0.6. Now normally we would go ahead and put a 6 minus here so that there is a blank. The nice part about the histogram, I've taken each of the numbers in the data set and I've put it on this stem and leaf. And I didn't do it necessarily in any kind of order, except I'd already had done it previously, so I could do it for you much more quickly. But you would take each one of the units and put it into the row that it corresponds to. The nice part about this is if you turn this somewhat to its side, you can see that it kind of shows you a histogram. And so what you would want to do, obviously, is turn it on its side. This now could be the scale of your histogram. And so the stem and leaf plot is a way of organizing your data, and then we can eventually sort the data by row. If we sort by row, we can also end up doing certain things by hand, like finding the quartiles and finding the median. In this case, for 39 vehicles, right, the median, if we had sorted the data, the median location is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2. In this case, it would have been 40 over 2. So if our data was sorted, in which we could sort it, we would find it at observation 20 if we sorted it out. And so that's one of the purposes of a stem and leaf plot is to organize it and to sort it and then to look at it. This particular data set looks like it is skewed to the right. We'll again talk a little bit more about this later on. We'll do some other problems in class, and it's just a quick way to look at data sets. And that's the end of this problem.